Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
Akwa Ibom, ayayao. Sinyana barasone ki songe mananye. Akwa Ibom ojip, ayayao, ayayao.
You are welcome to Akwa Ibom State, the land of uncommon transformation. Come and join us, live amongst us, and invest, and you will not regret. I welcome you.
The seat of government that houses the leadership of any administration the world over is a reflection of the quality of such leadership and, to a larger extent, the nature of the followership. It is, if you like it, the signature of the administration, since this is very often the first port of call for visitors to such a place. This perhaps explains why the Governor Godswill Akpabio administration is leaving no stone unturned in a bid to give the seat of governance a befitting outlook. He has lifted it from a state of decay and misery to an enviable level that has become the talk of town. From 2007, when he mounted the saddle of leadership of the state, Governor Akpabio had identified all the sectors which needed general turnaround and had vigorously pursued this with all his might. For instance, in a bid to liberate the minds of the people, the governor declared free and compulsory education for all children of school age resident in Akwa Ibom State up to Senior Secondary 3. With this done, it was now time to embark on total turnaround of decayed infrastructures that had bedeviled the state for several years.
Almost all parts of my state, one way or the other, has experienced what we regard as uncommon transformation. Uncommon in the sense of the speed, the quality of delivery, and the unprecedented passion and dedication that this administration had to put into governance. Uncommon because some of the things that we have accomplished, were things that people never really thought were possible under one single administration. So this is a brand new concept, and I think it's something that when we are through, the whole nation will also come to applaud, and then if need be, also emulate. So of course, we have also embarked on a lot of other interministerial projects. I'm talking about small life-touching projects like renovation of schools, building of school blocks, electrification is in process. We have so many communities that now have light. So for me, it's like it's a continuation of what we had started in 2007.
Hardly had the governor settled down to work than he embarked on the construction of over 295 roads, measuring more than 1,000 kilometers, both state and federal, with all the main gateways dualized, complete with street lights. And in a bid to ensure that there won't be the headache of traffic jams that characterized older towns, Akpabio embarked on the construction of state-of-the-art flyover bridges in the capital city in what can aptly be described as a futuristic bid to save the state from the throes of traffic hold-ups. The flyovers, 4 in numbers, have been completed and commissioned. Other turnkey landmark projects of the Akpabio administration include the multi-billion naira pipe-jacking underground drainage project, reputed to be the first of its kind in Africa, the e-library, the Akwa Ibom International Airport, the Ibom Tropicana and Entertainment Center, with the new 250-room five-star hotel, in addition to thousands of life-changing projects executed for the benefit of the rural communities in the state. A couple of weeks ago, Akwa Ibom people at home and in the diaspora celebrated 25 years of creation of the state way back on 23rd September 1987. The new state then was inundated with decayed infrastructure, among which was the governor's office, a dilapidated structure inherited from the Uyo Local Government Council. As the years went by, succeeding administrations erected structures which served as offices used even by the penultimate administration in the state. These were considered not befitting of a state that has reached the present level of development. Not even the hilltop mansion, as the Akwa Ibom State Governor's Lodge was then referred to, was spared the spate of dilapidation which characterized most infrastructures in the state. Hence, upon his assumption of office, Governor Akpabio undertook a holistic remodeling of the seat of government, starting with the Governor's Lodge, which he built within 1.5 years. The project, which is complete with state-of-the-art facilities, was commissioned by President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Commissioning this project by the use of the Governor of Akwa Ibom State and the successful governors, and all of us from the diaspora who have one to another to do in this good state of ours. Commissioning this for the use of man to the glory of God. Amen.
Akwa Ibom, ayayaho. Siyana barasone ki songe mananye. Akwa Ibom ojip, ayayaho, ayayaho.
Similarly, the Akpabio administration constructed 9-number guest houses within the period under review, in addition to a brand new banquet hall, which now serves as venue of most state events. 2 eminent Nigerians commissioned the projects on the occasion of the 24th anniversary of the state creation. They include Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, and Governor Peter Obi of Anambra State, Southeast Nigeria.
For the glory of God, as I said, and benefit of humanity, commission this edifice.
But thank God that we have things in Nigeria where we can now see that we oversee. To be frank to you, you can see we can now have a sense of what is happening in our crime. You might not appreciate because you see it every day. But everywhere in Nigeria and beyond, whenever you mention the states that are doing well, you mention Akwa Ibom. I commissioned this banquet hall, first of its kind in Nigeria, praying to the Almighty God that this facility will help in building a better Akwa Ibom, a better Nigeria, to the glory of God. Amen.
We invited you to do this ceremony because this is one place for the next 100 years or more that will continue to host events after events on a daily basis.
What we saw here today, honestly, and I never believed the Nigerian governor could do this. He has really transformed his state. He has laid a very good and solid foundation. I wonder who will ever fit into his shoes. It's just too much.
If before he came into office he was pregnant with ideas on how to develop a state.
There's been positive developments in the state, but within the last 4 years, infrastructurally, it's been phenomenal.
You take a look at the infrastructure that he has put in place, it's absolutely world class. Now, you take a look at what he has proposed to join with that infrastructure, and it gets even better. Now we're talking about an economic powerhouse.
I don't think you can ask such a question seriously, because anybody who knew Akwa Ibom before cannot recognize it today. The change has been simply phenomenal. I must congratulate His Excellency Godswill Akpabio for a fantastic job of transformation. He has really transformed the state, and I'm very proud of him.
Akwa Ibom State from a different perspective. As a tourist person, former Minister of Culture and Tourism, I'm amazed by what I'm seeing. And I must confess that there's no point of going out of this country again for any holiday. So of course I'm thinking about relocating to Akwa Ibom State.
The list of projects that the Akpabio administration has undertaken and completed within the Government House complex in Uyo has been increased with the construction of the state-of-the-art Governor's Office. The project replaces the dilapidated old Governor's Office pulled down in September last year. Constructed by construction giant Julius Berger, the project is truly a masterpiece of an edifice, while its IT compliance level is breathtaking, ranking amongst the best anywhere in the world. JB Project Manager Uyo Building Department Peter Riefenstahl said the standard of the new Governor's Office is built with the latest technology in mind.
Concrete building is by concrete, by normal materials. It's a steel roof. Windows, we have a high tech on a video conference in the council chamber. It's updated the news system what's available worldwide, and we have security areas where everything is bulletproofed for the governor office area. We have a separate entrance for the governor with garage, so it's a 2-storage building.
From the entrance, everyone entering or exiting the complex is screened using a 3D X-ray screening device, boosted by an impregnable security control room where all the signals from the security cameras are screened. The new Governor's Office has 3 access points: a private one for the state governor, one for members of the State Executive Council, while the last one is for the public. Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Emmanuel Enoidem, and his Information and Communications counterpart, Anyep Kanumana, showed the Uncommon Transformation television crew around the edifice. The project has the main Governor's Office, ESCO Chamber, Conference Room, Courtesy Call Room, Press Briefing Room, Governor's Studio, Restroom, Private Lounge, 2 waiting rooms, offices for the Governor's personal staff, kitchen, restaurant, tea room, reception area, 2 lifts, 1 private for the Governor and the other for ESCO members and the public.
Philosophy of the new Governor's Office is His Excellency's the Governor's dream, to have an office that is ICT compliant, an office that is befitting Akwa Ibom Chief #1 Chief Executive Officer in 2012. Don't forget, we inherited the other building that the governor, the way the governor is presently is, from the previous administration. And over the years, we have looked at what could be done to upgrade the status of that building. It wasn't just possible, and apart from that, there are a lot of security infractions, which cannot be controlled at that location. So we decided that the governor decided that a standalone governor's office be done, and we seized that opportunity to make sure that it's not just an office, but a working environment where all the ICT infrastructure are installed, the best of its kind anywhere in the world.
I must say that His Excellency Governor Godswill Akpabio, CON, has once again demonstrated to Akwa Ibom people his can-do spirit. The project is awesome. When I say awesome, it's awesome in all its ramifications. But you see, it's not just about the structure. It's not just about the ambience. It's not about the multimedia. It's not about the technologies that he's deployed there. There's more to it. For me as a person, I see in His Excellency Governor Akpabio a statesman. He's such a selfless leader. He's a statesman. Only statesmen invest in this type of infrastructure that will outlive them. Only statesmen develop institutions. So what His Excellency Governor Akpabio has done is building the institution of governance, enhancing the ambience, the outlook of the institution of governance. So it's beyond a politician. He's a rare gem. He is one in a million of such leaders who think about the state, who think about institutions, who think about the people. Otherwise, he would have said, okay, I have 2.5 years to go, so why am I investing money building infrastructure that's the first of its kind in the entire of Nigeria? But coming back to the infrastructure, honestly, I must say to you that it's awesome. It is, like a governor was put it, the ninth wonder of the earth. It is technology packed into one. It is architecture reduced into a box. It is an absolutely and extremely, if you like, beautiful piece of art for the people of Akwa Ibom State, given by His Excellency Governor Godswill Akpabio.
Akwa Ibom, ayayao, sinyana barasone ki songe mananye. Akwa Ibom, ayayao, ayayao.
The act speaks for itself. I assumed duties as governor of the state in 2007, and in my inaugural speech, I pointed, I said, this is Governor Godswill Akpabio reporting for duty. 5 years after, the result is there for you to judge. So I think what has happened in the state has been a success achieved through collective support. Collective efforts of all. Every single Akwa Ibom child wanted it. And don't forget that this success started in 2006. In 2006, over 8,000 to 9,000 delegates were on the street for 5 days. And they shouted and said they wanted God's will to be done. They were not prepared for any imposition in 2006. And so the achievement in the state started right from the primaries of the PDP, when the people of the state refused to allow imposition and said they wanted a governor of their choice. And that was what happened. And so when I emerged, I knew that God's will was done in Akwa Ibom State. And the will of God for man is progress. The will of God for man is not violence, is not kidnapping. The will of God for man is infrastructural enhancement. It's nothing but capacity building. It's nothing but fulfillment. The will of God is not hunger. The will of God is for you to be well fed and for you to look good. That's what God's will for you is wellness. And that is what has happened in the state in the last 5 years. So looking back, 5 years in the reign of the current administration, the glory must go to God.
Well, the new governor's office project is a project that was conceived about 2 years ago, and happily it's been delivered in 11 months, completed and delivered in 11 months, even though by our schedule it should have been completed in 18 months. The old governor's office that we have, you can see it is not a standalone governor's office. There are many other offices there, and even in terms of security, it is difficult to control the traffic. So even from a security standpoint, it was important that we should have a standalone governor's office. But outside security, even from the standpoint of administration, it is also important that we should have a governor's office that is befitting of the new Akwa Ibom, the image of the new Akwa Ibom, because just like the governor's lodge, you see those edifices are symbols, and they speak volumes about the image and the character of the state. So this is a modern office compared to the old one that was built many years ago. In terms of technology, in terms of working tools, equipment, this office is very modern. And like the new executive council chambers, it will be possible to even hold council meetings when the governor is not physically present.
And when we look at the design, you know, we took it through with Julius Beja and went straight into procurement of the materials. And of course, I want to tell you that that was the most difficult part of this of this project, you know, because we went for the highest level of materials, and of course JB will be complaining, you know, not that they don't like quality, but if you said 1, 2, 3 in quality standards, you know, we went for the best. And but at the end of the day, they are very happy that this was their product.
An astonishing feature of the new governor's office ESCO chamber is the video conferencing facility, which allows the state chief executive to hold ESCO meetings far away from Uyo, with each of the members having direct interface with the governor. The new governor's lodge makes provision for all manner of persons, including the physically challenged. There are 20 number conveniences within the office. A couple of those have been set aside for them. Early callers at the edifice bear their minds.
And he has judiciously utilized the resources available in the state. Some people may have had this kind of money and you see
And I will say, if we can have a reflection of what we've seen today in Akwa Ibom, in all the 36 states of the Federation, I bet you Nigeria will be another divide. So kudos to the governor, and I urge the good people of Akwa Ibom State to continue to support this revolutionary government. And I pray we will have many and many good people at the center.
Beyond the state-of-the-art infrastructure, the new look Government House complex has a lush green environment, carefully designed to bring nature closer to the occupants. The street lighting is simply out of this world, especially as such is supported by an internal power plant that provides guaranteed 24-hour electricity to the complex, an integrated sewage management system, as well as a spacious VIP car park. The security apparatuses, buoyed up by state-of-the-art communication devices, give an assurance of all-round safety. All these can only be found in one state, named after the Almighty God, Akwa Ibom State, with the protagonist himself, Chief Godswill Akpabio, Executive Governor of the state, beckoning on all to come, live, and invest in the state. Wouldn't you rather heed the call?
You are welcome to Akwa Ibom State, the land of uncommon transformation. Come and join us, live amongst us, and invest, and you will not regret. I welcome you.
With work completed on the new governor's office, the project is now set for commissioning. And so, come Saturday, October 27, 2012, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, will visit Akwa Ibom State, the fourth of such visits, to commission the ultra-modern governor's office in Uyo. Also during the visit, Mr. President will perform the groundbreaking of the 30,000-seater Olympic-sized stadium in Uyo. It will be recalled that during his first visit to the state in 2010, Mr. President commissioned over 17 projects, including the ultra-modern Governor's Lodge, 3 flyover bridges, 5 general hospitals, Ekomiman Ekritam Dual Carriageway, the Etmekpo Iwukem Road, among others. All these are part of the uncommon transformation agenda of the Governor Godswill Akpabio administration.